Music stylings of Carver Law. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let me ping everybody in the Deck One Delt Discord. Oh, I can do it. I forgot I can do it on here now. Okay, hold on. Enjoy it. Just enjoy it, man. You know? You know, when you're just living your life, just try your best to, just take it one day at a time. That's what I want to say when I listen to stuff like that. God damn it, it's making me log in again, you son of a bitch. Let's keep it going, y'all. Keep it going for Carver Law, y'all. Thank you. All right, man. We about to be live.
Oh yeah. You fitting to be live.
Fitting. We is fitting. There it goes. All right, bro. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I am clicking. Oh, you got to click begin show, man, whenever you're ready.
We are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in the house.
Is it the end of the world?
The power you wield.
It is the end of the world. And it's also the beginning.
Carver the shiz.
The beginning of a brand new.
All right, Tom Morello.
Juggalo world for us all to enjoy.
What's
We'll never die alone. Swing our hatchets and
Welcome. My name is Kyle, a.k.a. Keezy.
Carver Law, yo, what's up?
This is Deck One Delt, the best Juggalo podcast on Earth.
The only one on Earth anymore.
It's probably I would say we're probably the best Juggalo podcast in the galaxy. Probably.
Is there any left? I mean, yeah, there's quite a few left, but I mean, who's doing it as bad as us? You know,
No one else in the galaxy.
That's what
my
we got.
point.
That's what we got.
What's up? Shout out to people in the chat already. Little Ninja Waking Eye, Valerie the Country Singer. Hell yeah. So
The good old boys are in the chat like always.
our good old boys. So what's cracking, bud?
Not much, man. Just just trying to get a handle on this thing we call life.
Yeah. How's your week been?
Oh man, flew by. Getting older, man. It's like time is like a morsel. You just gotta hold it as long as you can.
Yeah.
It's like a stone.
It's like an endless road.
Yeah, man. It's like a river.
Mm-hmm.
Of flow and truth.
Hey, where will it lead? We need to get that as a drop. Speaking of drops, Carver's now in charge of the sounds, so he's gonna be our fucking sound effect man. Yes, sir. That's it. Thank you.
There.
I figured I'd give him a job. Other than guitarist intro guy. Oh, obviously, and best co-host on Earth.
I try. We try. Together, we die.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or we don't die. Motherfuckers, we don't die.
Yep, that's the Juggalo way.
Going Michael Jackson. He.
Yeah. That was my Young Wicked impression, all right? All right, man. We got our guests waiting already. If you want to go ahead and just fucking bring him in.
You know the deal.
Hey, guest, can you hear us? All right. We're going
right in.
We're gonna bring him in here in a second. Oh, hold on, wait. I gotta do this. I gotta make sure when I bring him in, it actually works right. Because we is a professional operation around here. All right, give me 1 second, guest. Hold on. Go ahead and vamp for a second.
We just talk a lot of stupid shit, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we do.
But we try, we try to keep it lighthearted. We try to, what would you say, get the prime, get it nice and primed and lubed.
Yeah.
For everybody to slide right in, nice and easy.
Yeah, of course. You got it.
So, but yeah, definitely.
Shit, thanks for doing that. I'm almost there. I'm about to bring him in here in a second. He is portrait mode. Let me fix that shit. It's okay. I don't hold it against you, bro. There it is. All right, I see him on there. One more thing. Okay, he'll look good on there too. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go, y'all. Give it up for our guest, your new friend and ours. This is Mr. Grean. What's up? Hey, what's up?
What up?
Hold on, we can't hear you. Hold on, let me fix that. Oh, unmute guest. There you go. Talk. Let me see if I can hear you. Oh, shit, I can't hear him. Let me make sure I have the volume fixed.
Man, what is wrong with you?
I know. Look, I have it turned up. He's not muted. I don't know. Make sure everything looks good on your... Oh, hold on. Let me try this. Go ahead, Mr. Grean. Can we hear you? Oh, man, we can't hear him. Hold on.
Boy, I tell you.
Mute the speaker. Oh. Mute guest. Okay, he's unmuted. Mr. Grean, I don't know what's going on. I can't hear you, homeboy. Shit. Yeah, it is a fail. I don't know if it's... I don't think it's me. Ooh, boy. Mr. Grean. Mr. Grean, I'm sorry. I can't hear you. This is why we should get him before the show and make sure... do a sound check.
Absolutely.
I'm a dumbass for not doing that.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do know what you're saying. Here, let me try this. Mr. Grean. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead, talk. Oh, no, Mr. Grean, I can't hear you. Make sure you're unmuted on your end. Is there a button to unmute or anything on this shit? Hold on, wait. I didn't even know there's a chat on here. I don't know. Here, what's this button do? Mute the speaker. Okay, I'm not muted. Mute guest, unmute guest. You're unmuted, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
Well,
Look at this shit go, man. What a fail. I'm failing, Mr. Grean.
It's not Green's fault.
It's not your fault, man. I just don't know what's going on.
We should have figured this out.
Should have figured out before the show, I guess. I mean, this hasn't happened though. This is unprecedented.
So what's the next step? What's the plan?
Hold on, wait. I saw a little muted symbol on your name a second ago. It's just not showing up. Let me see here. Picture in picture. Okay, mute.
Damn, Tina.
Oh, damn, Tina. Mute tab, unmute tab. It's all gravy. It's all gravy, bro. Doesn't work, Mr. Grean. I don't know. I'm not sure what the fuck's going on, Mr. Grean. Try to unjoin and come back in or something, man. I don't know what to tell you. If it ain't working, it ain't working.
Well, let's not stress out about this. We'll get it.
Mr. Grean, all right. We'll try to check back in with Mr. Grean. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell him. Here, I'm going to hang up on you, Mr. Grean. Try to join back in if you can in a little bit. Or as soon as you can, actually, and see if it works. I did my best, y'all. What can I do? What can I do? Right off the bat, we're off to a bad start this show.
No, man. Don't be stressed out.
I'm hard on myself.
It's all right.
I'm being so hard on myself right now.
It's all right. Everything is good, man. We'll figure it out. Everything will be all right.
Will it, though?
Who am I referring to?
Who are you referring to?
We're referring to you and your rear.
You're referring to audio output.
You stupid ass.
Oh, you know what? Maybe this is it. Hold on. Let's try this. Oh, Mr. Grean.
Oh, I just heard something.
Talk, Mr. Grean.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. Yes. All right, we're bringing it back in. It was me, Mr. Grean. It wasn't you. I clicked an extra setting that I never have clicked before, but now I have to click. So sorry. All right, give it up. All right, I gotta bring him in again. What a shit show. We so unprofessional around here.
we're good, man. We got it.
There he is, Mr. Grean. Welcome. Oh, look, I can't hear him again. What the fuck? Hold on. New guest. I could hear you for a second, bro. What happened?
Did it like revert back to what it was doing?
No, I don't think
Why
so.
is the crowd cheering? We haven't.
Audio output destination is going to... Here, let's try this. Go ahead, Mr. Grean, talk. Testing. Give me a testing. 1, 2, 3. A testing. Here, let's try this. Go ahead, one more time. Still nothing, dude. What the fuck? How come I could hear you for 1 second?
That was cray.
See, it was me. I clicked this button and then it worked, and now as soon as I brought him over, here, hold on, let's try this. All right, Mr. Grean. Go ahead and talk again, Mr. Grean. Let me see what happens. Nope, nothing, man.
Damn, dude.
Damn, bro. Damn, Tina. He's backing out again. Man, look.
You know who could fix this?
Who?
Mike Wood, please.
He could. Mike Wood, please. Come fix this, please. Oh, man. Well, look, man, we're trying. Look, we're doing a live show over here.
We're hearing. Are you hearing that?
Oh, I hear him now, yeah. You're very
Can you hear
choppy.
now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Fuck yeah, dude. Okay, I figured it out. My fucking car. Here's my car. I'm in my car.
Okay,
So it's
okay.
kinda fucking thinks I'm calling. It keeps on thinking I'm calling people, I guess.
Oh, okay.
But you can hear me now, though, right?
Yes. So the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
time was
yeah.
me. The second time was you. I'll blame you on that one.
Bet. Cool.
There he is, Mr. Grean, officially.
What-
Thank you.
What
Hey!
the fuck is up, man?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Ah.
Hey, third time's a charm, right?
That's right, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm a juggalo. Fuck.
So, Mr.
I thought
Green,
this was no jumper.
We appreciate you sticking with it, man. We're glad to have you on.
No, fuck yeah, dude. Like I said, I fuck with you guys having. I'm glad we got to meet. You know, that's fucking definitely fun. Like you said, you know, maybe not executed, but it was fun as fuck doing the podcast. Hopefully, we all do it again next year. You know?
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So we met Mr. Green during the gathering. He was set up right next to us at the Replicon Radio booth, right?
Yeah, man. I don't know if I met. I don't know if I met another chill motherfucker like him at the gathering.
I know,
It's
man.
Cool
I tried
shit,
it, you know.
man.
Always stay optimistic.
Yeah,
Everybody's
man.
always downer, you know. Fuck that, you know.
Yeah,
Of
no,
course.
it was great, man. It was cool being next to you. You know, you was doing your thing. Those shirts were
I
fire.
want that, I fucked up. I got it. Not this one, but maybe next one I'll do the chicken hunt. I know it. I'm just fucked up. You know.
Oh yeah, we put.
You learn about why. You learn about why. You'll be like, damn, no way. So,
Okay, I forgot you appeared on the show so during our gathering episode, Mr. Green did show up and he tried to sing Chicken Hunt. It was a mess. It wasn't your fault. The fucking it was not conducive. The environment wasn't conducive for a karaoke event.
It was
so it's not your
So,
fault.
like, you know, the sound check, you know, like, that was cool, though, seeing Scum play at, like, noon. You know?
Is that who that was? Scum?
Yeah, it was Scum and Insane Poetry. They did about 3 songs, and then I think JP the Hustler did a song, and then they dipped, and then another group came on. Because
Okay.
it was a rock and roll band at first that was doing the guitar. You know,
Yeah.
when you hear the...
Yeah.
You know.
It was like sound checking, and we were just sitting, man. And then you were hell-bent on trying to do some karaoke. I knew it wasn't going to work.
I know.
I was sitting there thinking in my head, I was like, man, this ain't going to work.
I was trying to make-
What are you doing?
Trying to have some fun.
Uh-oh. There would have been a line for days.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your affiliation with Replicon Radio?
Okay, so like they my big homies. So like, okay, it's gonna tie in with my origin story. It's just wild how the world's so small, and you always meet people, and then you never know how they're gonna come back in your life. You know what I mean?
Right.
Good or bad, you know. But it was good with Replicon, obviously. You see me, you know, we're doing our thing. Shout out to Replicon, you know, they're giving me this opportunity that definitely gonna push me to the next level, you know.
So what are you doing for them then?
So more or less, I guess you could say I'm the first official, unofficial artist. You know, you tied your manager, you know, always being in the video, your producer always, you know, when you're doing the Replica. No, just kidding, you know. On my Suge Knight shit, you know. But
So you're rapping and repping Replicon Radio as a rapper.
Yeah, like I'm an affiliate. Yeah, like the Dino's helping me out, you know, do the damn thing. You know, like I own my shit. Like I'm signed up. Like my thing is Wicked Ties Records. You know, Mr. Grean, you know, da da da. And then I got my in-house producer, shout out to my brother Sir Daryl, and then me and him split. You know, like he's Mike Clark. You know what I mean? Like it's because at first I had like the one dude like they had like that was kind of dicking me around. You know, like oh we got only 4 hours or you know, like I said, it all ties in the story. You know, it's just if you really want to do something, it's on you. You know, good or bad. Like I always say, you know.
Yeah, I feel that, man.
You know, yeah, you know, like how some people are like, oh, I was dealt this hand or da da da. It's like, well, yeah, but I guarantee you're not trying to be like that. But everybody has a fucking sadder story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like get out the violin, you know, fuck it, you know, you know.
So you're out there hustling, man. That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
man.
I feel
I
you.
look young as fuck. But I'm 32. You know what I mean? So I look like I'm still 12 years old. You know?
I feel that.
But yeah,
I'm in the next cup.
I was just gonna say, man, yeah. You know, you walked in that podcast tent and like the Replicon radio setup looked the most official to me.
Yeah, like they've been doing their thing way longer than I knew them.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, but I'm a younger cat than what they are. Like they're old school juggalos like you, so they've been doing it for hellas, and you know they've always been a fan. And I think that's what they seen out of me, like because I was not one of these local dudes who's like holding my nuts on stage but not being prepared, or you know what I mean. Like I'm promoting my shit or the show 4 months in advance. I'm not that one dude like, oh, it's the day of the show. If you need tickets, hit me up. You know,
Yeah.
I'm doing deals. You know, like I got music coming out. Like I'm legit. Like you know, I'm a certified artist. Got the blue check. You know, whatever. You know, like I own all my rights. You say you're Mr. Grean, I'm coming for your ass. You know?
All right, that's what's up, bro. So people can find you.
And then, like you know, since I you know, you know, there's so many of us, you know, that was like, oh, I'm gonna do it. You know, well, if you really want to do it, you can do it. You know, so fuck, I'm doing it. You know.
Yeah, man. We appreciate that, man. That's kind of the mindset we've always had, man. Like we get ideas and we're like, let's fucking try it, bro. Let's throw it out.
Right.
You know, we'll fucking.
It's like they say, some of the people like that music plays you don't like, but obviously somebody likes it. You never know. You
Yeah,
know?
man. That's
And you got to fail. You know, you got to fail to figure
Right.
out
Oh,
what to
definitely.
do right.
I
You know.
cracked some eggs before I made some omelets for sure. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
That's what's up, bro. So let's get into your origin story. So how did you discover ICP?
Baby. Right. I'm in the 90s, baby. And first off, foremost, I'm actually from Peru. I was adopted. And then I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, you know, so shout out St. Louis, you know. So I came here when I was like 1 or 2. So I really never knew nothing about there, but my mom and dad told me they stayed at the American Embassy. It was wild and crazy, you know, fucking third world country, you know. So
Yeah.
shout out to all of them, you know. God bless, you know. Bless us up. Hope y'all good. But then I came, you know, land of the free, as some would say. And I've been here ever since. I'm a 90s kid, so Ninja Turtles was my shit. That's kind of the first introduction of music, seeing the Ninja Turtle rap and the first movie, you know, I had the soundtrack and shit.
Of course.
Yeah.
Great
so, you
shit.
know, TURNT Power, you know, Turtle Power shit, you know. And then the Vanilla Ice movie and Ninja Turtles too. So that kind of was always like, rap was always going to be there, but I just didn't know because I was a little kid, you know. So when you guys were probably getting down, I was probably just now like stepping off the porch. You know, like seeing work, you know. Because you guys were like, you know, 80s kids, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I relate way more to 90s. I was born in 84,
Yeah.
but so I mean, by the time I remembered shit, it was 90s. You know, what I mean, I'm with you
Right,
100%.
Going in. Yeah. Like, I started like realizing shit like 93, 94. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm a little kid, so music wasn't really there until I was about 9 years old, and that's 99. Well, we all know what happened in 99. Amazing Jungle Brothers, you know. So I never seen the Great Malenko thing on MTV, but I seen a commercial with my grandma when she lived in the city. And we were just watching TV, and like we turned on MTV, and it was the one that was like, we got two things, you know. It's the bizarre because you know, fucking Shags has the blonde tip, you know, it's the fire and the Twitch is on the leather, you know, and the blood comes out like, well, we love you, you know, that classic.
Yep.
That's a great
That
commercial.
was my first seeing them.
Oh, okay.
That summer when Jungle Brothers came out, you know, like when the album came out, because it was in May, I think.
Yeah.
Right? I want to yeah. So it had been that summer. We had a family trip. Well, my family friend of a trip. You know, like, they're basically like my cousins. Well, their actual cousin came, and she was kind of like a little gothier chick with her brother. But they had the Amazing Jungle Brothers, and I was like a little kid with the PlayStation 2. You know, so everybody's like, oh, yeah, little kid, you can hang out with us. You know, they wanted to check out the PlayStation 2. And I remember putting in the Jungle Brothers, the first intro, like, you know, Yeah, just trying to get something for the old man, that classic shit.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But I really, I'm a little kid, so I really don't know who these are. And then I see in the commercial and I put it together like, oh, okay. So then, like, I remember we had a mom and pop radio or, CD store. And my mom took me in there, and I remember going up to the guy, and I was like, I want an ICP Joker's card. And he looked at me like, what the fuck, every little kid? But that's probably around the time Bizarre was out. So he just, like, went up to the ICP selection and picked it out, and that was probably the most copies. So I got my first actual CD was the Eye, the one with Radio Star. That's like when they did the Bizarre set last year at the Gathering, I wanted them to do Radio Star so bad, but that's been so dope, Like, think about a
just
Rider
listening to
song.
that.
Right, the way Shag raps.
Yeah.
On that song, Rider song like that, that would have been hard.
Oh, yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
I want it.
Right.
That's got crystal. The one with the eyes got crystal ball on it, right?
I think so.
Crystal Ball, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Fucking one of my favorite. As far as Jokel Brothers and Bizarre, I would say those are the most cinematic level albums they've ever put out.
And that's a crazy era going, because like a lot of my big niggas, like the Replicons, they got down, like Ringmaster, Riddlebox era.
Yeah.
So they were riding it all. Looks like you guys riding all the way up. I was coming in riding the Jokel Brothers was like.
Well, that's a beautiful time to come in. So,
yeah.
so you're what, like 11, 12 years old around that time, right?
Yeah, bro. And so I was that Halloween. I remember like getting that, but not really knowing Twiztid, but knowing Twiztid from the album. So I really didn't know Twiztid, but I was listening to ICP. Well, then at school there was this one other kid that listened to ICP. You know what I mean? You know how it goes. You see one other ninja like, hey, what up, dude? What up? So he was like, yeah, I got an older brother. I got one CD, but he got some more. He's seen him, da-da-da-da. So then we started kicking it. And you know how that goes. You build a family,
Yep.
So we got down, so going into 6th grade, you're like, waiting for the 6th, going into 6th grade was wild. Because all these kids are listening to, like, Good Charlotte and other fucking hockey shit. These cute little weird kids are fucking coming in every. You know how it is.
Oh, yeah. All that fake punk shit.
Right. Especially out where I'm at, because like you guys say, like, you guys are from like the Ohio area, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
What's a big city for you?
I mean, Columbus is like
Yeah,
all
yeah,
we.
So what I say is basically like with Columbus suburbs, but still like Columbus, like you say
Yep.
that, but they don't know. But you like St. Louis, like, oh, okay, I know.
Yeah, it's the
guys.
same here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Right,
pretty much
like
yep.
with the rap shit, I say like I'm the Mr. Green of St. Louis, like how Bun B says he's of Austin, but he's really from Port Arthur.
Okay.
But everybody assumes he's from fucking Austin because he's so big in
Yeah,
Texas.
I mean, you don't want to rep Port Arthur. Like, give me a fucking break. Like, no.
Right. And like they probably have a buzz out there for sure because they're local, but like they say, somebody's gonna gravitate you wherever you stay.
That's like me being in Columbus and repping like, oh, Whitehall represent.
Well,
Like, give me a fucking break.
It's
It
funny.
don't sound right on the song, but saying St. Louis sounds so much better. It's like, oh, okay, I know that.
Exactly.
All the rappers from Columbus don't represent Columbus. They move and represent wherever the fuck they move
Yeah, ain't that
to.
some shit?
Busy.
And a lot of St. Louis rappers will rep St. Louis, but they'll live like in Atlanta or something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They might have a house out here, but But what's funny, we have a lot of other artists or like rappers and entertainers that live in St. Louis. Like my dad, I come from a grocery family, so my dad's a butcher, and he said back in the day, Geezer from Black Sabbath was at the store all cognito, came up and was like, hey, let me get some meat, and my dad was like, you fucking Geezer? He's like, yeah, I got a house out here,
Oh,
So
wow.
that's cool.
He's from. You say he's from Black Sabbath?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I think he's the drummer back in the day. But yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many people that have like a house in St. Louis that you wouldn't even think about.
All right,
Man,
so
I could probably have some long conversations with your dad because I was a butcher for a long time.
Yeah, bro. Like, I'm for real. Like, I could probably cut up a motherfucking deer better than a lot of people just from seeing him. But it's definitely an art crowd. Like, you see these old dudes all shaking shit, but right when they start cutting meat.
Oh yeah. I've worked with plenty of them guys.
you're
man.
speaking Carver's language. Why do you think they call him Carver, man? Yep. That's what's up. So,
That was one of my first gimmicks, the Butcher Boy. Like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, that's
like,
sweet.
Especially like if you fuck with Game of Thrones, like in one of the episodes, like the Butcher Boy gets killed, and like the mound says, like, "You little Butcher Boy, fucking try, no, please," just like ties in with that. Just, like, he says, we say the prayer for the wolf. He's like, we should have said the prayer for the Butcher Boy. Like,
Hell
tying
yeah.
in at that, like around then we were doing like a little kind of gimmick with that.
That's
'Cause, you know,
dope.
like I said,
That's dope, bro.
and everybody likes, you know.
So St. Louis,
I've
then.
always been Mr. Green.
I mean, so
yeah, like
so what's the
back
what about Tech Nine, Nelly, and shit like that? Let's talk
okay,
about
yeah,
that.
Like, especially now, like okay, so Nelly was actually my first actual rap CD I bought. Because at first, when I was getting into music, I was really in like all my brothers are big. I'm the only child, but like all my big homies were all like punk rockers, like doing rock and roll and shit. Like they were called Five Across Space, doing shit where like the clowns were playing at the same clubs and shit.
Oh, cool.
But they were on the punk rock shit, you know, like Black Flag, Bad Religion, No Facts, you know, like all that shit. But they were doing it too, but it was just a different aspect. But this is kind of the same way, like, fuck, dude, why wait for somebody to sign it? We could just do it ourselves, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, with the Juggalo scene, that's kind of how we took it off, the same aspect, like kind of like the E-Shine, like doing 30-minute songs, but doing 20 on a tape. So somebody might find one, you know? And we were doing like a lot of jack, like that, I'm kind of getting ahead of the stuff. So me and this kid got down, you know, Juggalo family. My first show was Hell's Pit. I was like a little kid. Like, my mom and dad ain't going to let me go until I was about 14, 15.
Yeah.
That was about when Hell's Pit
To a
dropped,
show
you know?
called Hell's Pit.
Yeah, right.
Right. Like, my dad took me. It was the funniest shit because the Wiki Wonka tour was the year before, and I remember I was saving up and I was going to go, and then, like, the last minute, they were like, you better go, little kid.
Oh,
and I was
man.
so bummed, too. Like when all the homies are leaving on the car, and then you're just standing on the fucking end of the street, like, man, fuck y'all.
That sucks.
Damn.
Man, that's an
That,
epic one.
that was a lot of people's first that I remember. That was a lot of people's
Yeah.
first tour.
So I didn't get to go, but I went to Hell's Pit the year after. And I remember my old man took me, and he was like, bro, I don't know who had more fun. You in there or me outside in the car watching all these motherfuckers? You know?
Wait,
I mean,
so your pops sat outside in the car while you went in the show?
Yeah, bro, straight. And then, like, at the end, like, towards the end, I remember he stood out like the old man. Everybody's all tripping a fago, and he's all looking around like for his little
Wow,
kid.
that's cool,
Like,
man.
what the fuck did I just take my son to?
That's funny. Like my dad took me to my first couple ICP shows. Like I was about 14 when I first went, so
Right.
it's a similar vibe. But my dad was like a hard rocker kind of guy, so he was like, "Yeah, let's fucking go. Like I'll take you," you know. But
Right.
but he
And
like
he didn't
protected
go in,
me
but
and
he-
shit.
Definitely, like, if you're going to go, I'll just wait, you know. But then, like, the next one I went with the homies, like, after that was Hollow Wicked. And that was, like, I remember my first, but, you know, like, your first, like, you remember because you're still new to it. You seen documentary and shit.
Yeah.
But my second one, that's when I had the most fun, was lit. Like, Jay slapped my hand, you know, like, my big homie got me on front of the stage. So, like, you know, right when Jay came out, the fucking, because it was when he came out with the pig head on Hollow Wicked.
Oh, dope.
And fucking yeah, bro, doing crowd service, like, cause I'm short, but then I was really short. So I remember being in the pit with my face paint and getting in with all the big homies and like just on their big expensive jerseys.
Yeah,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying?
I was always I'm a little dude too, so like it was always kind of fun to like. I would let them throw me around. I would get in the mosh pit, and these motherfuckers would throw me around. I would let them pick me up and crowd surf me and throw me and shit. Like it was cool, kind of like getting to be like the dude. Like they looked out for you and shit, but they were having fun, just like pushing me like 10
Right.
people away.
I was the opposite. I was the one throwing you guys.
Yeah. I remember like crowd surfing and just walking up to the biggest guy in the back and be like, "Hey man," like I would give him this, like he'd be like, "All right," he'd fucking launch me.
That happened to me all the time, dude. People would come up to me and just tap me on the shoulder. Hey, pick me up. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yep. Oh shit, that's fun, man.
Yeah, that was my first show, Hell's Pit, and then my second one was Hollow Wicked, and that's when I went with the homies. So that was fun.
Hell yeah.
You know, like All Stars, and then everything after until about like 2017 or 2007, 2009. So like you say, everybody always takes a break. It's kind of growing up, you know, like dating a girl. Eventually, you know, got her pregnant, had a kid. You know, had to step up. You know.
Yep.
Like I remember selling my two prize jerseys at the time was a Juggalo baseball jersey and the all white Dark Lotus.
Yep, I had that one. Ooh, I had that.
Right.
God.
Bro, I remember wearing that at school because I live out in the sticks, for real, but we're still on the edge of St. Louis. But it's all fucking, it's all mismatched, but it's definitely some fucking hick-ass motherfuckers.
Sure.
And I remember having the white one on in, like, 8th grade, being in the high school for summer school. And then all the high school kids, like, what the fuck, it's like, push me, and I remember, like, motherfucker, this is my white 30, fuck you, like, getting up and trying to bang with these older kids, But yeah, dude, like, it was, just becoming a dad, doing the damn,
Yep, I know. I did the same shit, bro. Yep.
Yeah. But, like I always say, for a father, if your kid happy, then you're happy. But you might not be happy for yourself, and you need to be both. I mean, you can't be the one, be happy for your kid and ride it out, because I know a lot of real men that did that, stay with the old lady or took care of the kids when they didn't have to. Because a lot of motherfuckers don't nowadays. Let's all be real. We got a lot of homies that we used to be homies that have kids that don't do shit.
Right, sure.
Oh,
Especially me. Like I said, I'm a 90s kid from an old Juggalo family that's not even there no more. I'm like, not trying to be like that, but like, I'm the last remnants of it. Like, my second to last album, Last Ronin, I did like a tribute to the Ninja Turtles thing, but how Michael Lynch was the last one.
Oh yeah, I'm reading that right now.
Yeah, bro, and I got my big old homies Wraith hoodie on in the album. It's 3X.
Nice.
I'm swimming in it. But it's a remnants, because I'm the last one of us.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
I remember him, like, not even giving it to me. Like, I don't know how the fuck I got it.
Yeah.
But it's just like that that brotherly love's still there. So, I always rep them, because they made Mr. Grean, more or less. They didn't maybe put the G in it, but they helped start it,
Yeah.
We did so like I said, like, me and him got down. His big brother, got us in, or got him in. I got more down, started listening to Esham, Twiztid, everybody from there. Like I said, I was just now getting exposed to music, so it was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I'm down. You know what I mean? Like, being the little homie of the little brothers. So I was like the little brother, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they were all cool with me, whatnot. Like, the first two smoked blunts with me, drink, tell me about girls and everything. Like being brothers. So we're doing shows, and then they knew a cat in St. Louis that they went to school with that was in a rap group, and they were starting to do shows with the clowns, like opening up for them. And shit.
Sure.
So then we got the idea, like, fuck, if they're doing it, let's do it. And then that's when me and him were kind of bullshitting, me and my boy, the homeboy, the little brother, and we were doing cassette tapes. The old school, one mic, one, and we were handing them out at school, selling them at $5 a pop.
Oh wow.
Sweet.
And they were all like, because it was new to people, like, oh, you guys rap?
Yeah.
Like I said, where we're at, it's not really common,
That's one of my regrets, man, is that we didn't get into it when we were in school, man.
Yeah.
Like, we were like right out of school when we started doing that shit.
Especially like when people give you money at school for your tape, that was a whole, like, that's kind of like a high being on
Yeah,
stage.
I
Like,
bet.
especially being a kid, like, all right, yeah, $5, I'll print you up, boy.
Especially back then, not that many people are doing that shit. Now everybody and their mama fucking raps,
Right. And that's the thing too. Like, I remember us buying when we were doing. I remember buying the group, the one and thing, like those mixers, one and done with everything in it, the mixer, the beat maker. But we never got it to work, or you couldn't get it to work.
Yeah.
Or you needed another part that they didn't tell you about. So I remember us buying the 4-track, and we thought that was golden. Like, oh my god, 4 tracks.
We can be
What?
rappers now. Yeah, I feel that.
Right. And it was the blue one too, like the classic little blue one, But then the CD programs started being big, so we never got Fruity Loops, but we bought like this Target brand wannabe one,
Okay.
and it was a kid at the thing, and then we started making songs, just me and him, and I was going by Mr. Grean, and he was still going by some wild name. He changed his name like 400 times. Like some Juggalo shit. Like, first it was like AK, then Chaos. But like, that's the thing with me. Everybody always known me as Mr. Grean since I've been like 14.
Okay.
So like, oh, okay, yeah. So like, people that always see me like, yeah, you're still doing it. Fuck you, bro. So
Mr. Green, is it this kind of green? I mean, what is it?
Well, okay. So this is the funny part about that. So like I said, we old school Juggalos. Your big homies. It was during the war. The classic NMM and ICP war, so fuck them. We taking people's shirts, checking your CDs. Fuck you, we ain't no weak ass pussy clowns,
Yeah, of course.
We were getting into it, like, kind of an altercation with this other group from like a different neighborhood, and it was his big homie and one of mine were fucking with the same chick. You know how that goes. Shit, it's war. Like, fuck them. Fuck us, and it was more than just that. So. We got in a fight at school. I got kicked out, and I remember going home and writing a rap, like, just being pissed. And I was like, I can't use my government name, so I started thinking names, and I was like, shit, Violent J, well, that's for Joe. Esham, that's for Esham. I don't want to, my name. And then I was like, Shaggy, that ain't his name. And then I started thinking about like colors, like Crunchy Black, Gangster Black, Blue Da Vinci. You know, and I was like, ooh, there's nobody named Mr. Grean, but everybody likes money. You know, green. You know, everybody likes that. And then like green can also be like healthy, but it also can be like rotten. You know, like when spoiled and fucking carnage, but it could be life. You know, so there's so many different meanings. And then yeah, you know, of course, you know, growing up with 1 or 2, you know, but you know, it was something to represent me. And like I said, I'm the little brother, so kind of something to put emphasis to my name. I'm Mr. Green. You know, what's up? You know?
I feel
green,
it.
like green as in you're new, you're just getting in. Green, you know.
No, that's what's up.
And I spelled it like my name, like I instead of green like it's spelled, I spell Grean. And then you can play it around and see what my real name is with that. You know
okay.
That's cool.
But you know, so I've always been like that, and people know it. So then we started doing it, the songs with the program, and then one of his big homies' brother's friends was like, "Oh, bro, I like what you guys are doing. Let's do a group." So then we started doing like a group, and then one of my homies that like was more gangster rap with it, straight up sounded like T.I., but rap like Lil Wayne, or sounded like Lil Wayne. But rap like T.I.
Okay.
He's doing a bit right now, Free My Brother Signs. But he got in the group. So it was kind of like our angle to play with everybody out here in the St. Louis area. Because he was like definitely more 3-6 gangster with it, you know, like da-da-da-da-da. And then we were like the Juggalo 3 dudes with it, you know.
Okay.
But like, that was the thing. They're from St. Louis. I'm from the outskirts. But they were my homies. So like, they were like, oh, it don't matter. You a little homie. Don't fuck, you know. We St. Louis, you know. We
right.
the first, you know, da-da-da. With Juggalos. It don't matter. And so we were the group called Twiztid Nation. Did that from like 2007 to about 2012, and then we kind of just smashed because like the big homie wasn't really going nowhere he wanted. He was like, man, I'm losing money. I gotta grow up because he was about. I was 17. I was probably like 2007. I was about 17. So like he was probably already almost in his late 20s. So he's like, bro, I gotta grow up.
Yeah, of course.
Forever. So I was like, all right, you know, and then my one big homie that rapped like T.I., he kind of had his own little personal problems, kind of went in his own way, so that was fine. So it was just me and this cat, my original friend that got me in with all of them, doing it till about 2013, and then me and him had our own personal falling out. You can find out, listening to the music, you know, motivating people, you know, when you get dealt a bad hand, you can still push through. That's my message with my music. You're not alone, like. That's what I want to get. Like, I know people feel so alone, and I've been there too, but I promise you, you're not. If you ever need somebody's there, I promise you, know, like, you can make it.
Yeah, that's
like,
a dope message, bro.
Right, and like you said that one time, like, you got some fucking balls if you do it. Because I guarantee a lot of people been there and ain't, you know.
Oh, talking about killing yourself, yeah.
Yeah. Some people get right there, and then something saves them, you know. So not anybody that ever saved anybody, you know. But yeah, bro, so, like, that's the majority. Like, it's party music, but it's also fun, you know, it's horrorcore, you know, or whatever. I call it wicked shit, but you know, it's for entertainment. It's for you to make you feel good. So, you know, when you're listening to my music alone, you're not alone. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, that's great, man. That's very dope. So,
I'll be checking it out, man.
How much shit you got out there?
So, like I said, we were rapping in 2007 is when we were really pushing the group in St. Louis, and we were kind of locally known, but nothing past like Illinois.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So like. We didn't have, like, I remember these guys from Germany were hitting us up, and that was cool because it was the MySpace days.
Yeah.
So it was cool because before, like, you know, Facebook was really even big, but, you know, we kind of just fell apart because there was really going where it was like, oh, people were liking it, but we're not getting paid.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
It's a lot of work, man. It really is. You got to really hustle and grind so
like,
so
we didn't
much.
have rights at all. Like, I remember this, when the group dismantled, it was me and the one kid, this guy tried to sign us, but he was trying to sign us to be more or less ghostwriters.
Yeah.
And we would have kept like 75%, and he would have kept 30%. And then in the contract was like, you still owe us 20%.
Nah.
Like the advance money was, you know what I mean? Like, if for a little kid, if you didn't know what you were signing, you know, you would have got fucked up.
Hey,
luckily I didn't.
How many y'all did a bunch of shows or?
When we were with Twiztid Nation, the first show we did was a lot of house parties.
Okay.
So we would show up and like, you know, bomb it out. Like I remember the first show we did is like in June, but we had this Halloween track. And I remember us throwing Halloween in the party and throwing like hitting people with candy bags and shit. Like it was some of the funniest shit. But people were loving it because, you know, everybody's drunk and shit and everything.
That's dope,
you know,
bro. House party, playing house parties, that alone sounds dope as fuck to me.
House parties were always.
I would have loved to do that shit.
from that, like, I remember people in high school were like, damn, bro, you still rapping it? Because I graduated, you know, like, it's funny, too, because people are like, damn, you graduated? Damn, you still rapping? Like, damn, you doing shows with Twiztid and have songs with Project Pat? Like, yeah, bro, like, I promise you. And back then, when I said I was going to do this, I was going to do it. I was just some asshole just sitting on the fucking, you know, like, at the bar working for drinking tickets, you know?
I feel it.
Yeah,
But
man.
but yeah, so like after we dispersed, it was just me from like 2014 to about 2017. But I still didn't have my rights, and I was really just kind of not worried about criticism, but I wanted a finished product. But I was kind of more or less dicking around too because I didn't really own beats,
Yeah.
you know, just whatever.
That's how we
And
did
then
too.
Yeah.
Right. So, but then eventually, like somebody talked to me in my head, like, "Hey, we really need to do this." Well, somebody I was working with at the time was like, "Hey, come over and record." And I had my girl with me at the time. God bless this girl. She's not here right now, and this is one thing. Like, you know, she's not here because of that reason. That's why I want to let everybody know you're not alone. I promise. But me and her went over there, and the dude dicked me around for about 3 hours, and I was supposed to take her out. So, you know, she's already getting pissed, and I didn't even get to rap. You know, so you just think about a girl's mindset, like right when we get in the car, I'm getting it. You know, what the fuck? You know,
Yeah.
everyone. It's like, you just do this by yourself for real. Like, that was the end of the thing. Like, after the yelling, she's like, you can just really do this on your own, babe. And then about a day later, I thought about it. I was like, fuck, I might as well. Well, one of my homeboys from California hit me up. I was like, hey, bro, hit this guy up. You know, he's a great producer. He lives out by you. Promise he'll fuck with you. He's, you know, knows what he's doing. He's not just some asshole clicking on a button on a computer saying he knows what he's doing and then charging you $20 or more for studio time, you know. And then that's how me and Sir Daryl hooked up. My home producer right now, my brother to another mother, you know, and that's Mikey Clark. You know, like we meshed so good. Like the first beat I bought from him, one of the big St. Louis dudes at the time wanted that same beat, and he was like, "Oh no, I already bought it," or somebody already bought it. It's theirs. And usually people were just like, "Oh yeah, you're a bigger name. Fuck you, dude."
Yeah, right.
You can have it.
Yep.
So that's when I knew this dude was genuine.
Yeah, that's what's up.
You know what I mean? And it was
That's
funny
just good
too, 'cause that
business.
dude down there, I was like, okay, bet, you know. So
Yeah, that's how you know. That's how you know that's a good person to fuck with. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. I mean, like, he knew what he was doing. Like, right when I was over there, it wasn't that you like the snare.
So you got how much shit you got out there as Mr. Grean for people to go check out?
Okay, so then we started rolling the ball in 2017 because, you know, like I said, Sir Dale was like drilled into my head, like, hey, when these big boys play, you got to own all your rights, your names. You don't want nobody taking your shit. So I did all that, and my bigger brother, on the financial tip, he helped me. He gave me my first grant, and that's how me and Sir Dale did the first tape called Saying Pride.
Okay.
And we dropped that. He had Spinnerella exclusive, so they helped push that too with it because he has like a distributing deal with them. Like legit, like it showed me the behind the scenes of what you really need to do to make it work. And then ever since then, from 2017, we've been dropping shit. So there's some exclusives on there, but we're on Spinnerella, Spotify, YouTube, whatever music app, you know, Amazon Music, whatever.
So I'm on.
It's all free, like paying off the stream. So if you don't even buy nothing from me, like a lot of times I'll press up shit and I'll give it away as promo because I'm an old school, you know.
Yeah, I got your CD, bro. I got your CD.
Oh, did you get it? You got it?
I got one. Yep.
You know
Oh hell yeah!
I haven't got, dude. No offense. I haven't popped in barely anything except for some juggle. I still have some that are still wrapped from the gathering. So it ain't you. I will be popping that shit in here soon.
So what? So I'm sorry. Yeah, I haven't heard anything either, and I'm definitely going to check you out. What level of like production, mixing, and mastering would you say your music is on? Is it
on point?
Yeah.
That's the funny part. When 2007 when we were in the group, I was doing it, and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
It sounds so distorted, but people were still buying it. That's the funny aspect, you know what I mean, of it. You know, that's how old and underground this shit was at first. People were buying anything that was cool.
Yeah.
You know, like that's how I feel like Dark Hat blew up because they were fucking raw, but they were professional about it.
Yeah.
Like I got a song with Damien. He even told me, he's like, bro, you're doing it. Like, fuck yeah, bro, keep on doing it. You know, so
That's
that helped. You know, shout out Damien Quinn, Red Dragon.
All right,
But yeah, so
bro. With your level of with all your experience and shit that you're telling us, like I'm amazed that you haven't like how come you haven't tried to like perform at the gathering? I mean, you got to be fucking doing it harder than like goddamn Wicked Wood or whoever, the other weirdo guy that we saw on that other stage. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
I appreciate that. Not for them, but I appreciate that. It's you know, just on the grind. Like I want it to be organic. Like I did write Rob. You know, shouts out Rob. You know, I've been writing the right people and shit.
Okay.
So complaint. You know, I played one of the little stages, not even the reject stage, but one of my homie stages, like Sex Waffles. They played at the side stage.
Yeah. I saw. We met the Sex Waffles guy. He was very nice.
Yeah, they were cool.
Yeah.
They seem super cool.
Yeah, he's one of my big lows. And I played at his camp. He was
Oh,
like, come
cool.
out. So, me and Beastmaster played the same night.
Oh, that's sweet,
you know
bro.
what? We probably fucked up not going over there and meeting them and getting,
Yeah, dude.
you know, hanging out with that because they seemed like they were they
Hey,
had.
Waffles.
I would
They
like to
seem
see
like-
Beastmaster perform too.
They
Shit.
seem like they knew how to party,
Bro, we're going y'all. If we do a deck one dealt stage, it'll be Beastmaster, fucking Mr. Grean.
Lil Ninja just said he subbed, so
Oh hell yeah, there you go.
Lil Ninja
Hey,
just
I'm hit you up
subbed.
for beats, Brody. I'm hit you up, definitely.
There you go. Lil
Yeah.
Lil Ninja's killing it on some beats, bro. If you need beats, hit him up, man.
And that's the thing, just like with me and Daryl, that used to tell me like, let's get more producers, like, because everybody knows our sound. Now it's time for you to know, like, because I got random songs. Like the funniest thing, I got a song with Scum, and when he heard it, he was like, you know, hear my shit, like, you know, probably checked it out. He's like, hey, I ain't saying this, but you were like Drake to this shit. You be crying about bitches and then you cut them up. You know, and I was like, fuck no, bro. Hell yeah, Scum. And I'm bringing Scum to St. Louis for my first show for my Monster Mash, October 15th in St. Louis.
Oh, that's what's up,
you
bro.
boys come out. I got tickets for you.
Hell yeah,
Both,
bro.
you know.
Monster Mash. What's that? What's Monster Mash?
That's my first show. Me and Replicon Radio, they're helping me host it, but it's my actual first show I'm hosting.
Oh,
I'm
dope.
bringing Triple FD, so Scum and Insane Poetry are headlining with me. And,
You gonna
a couple
live
other-
stream it?
Yeah.
Live stream it and all that.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna do everything. I'm doing an exclusive shirt, Replicon there, and then we're gonna give out, you know, do the old Halloween Wicked vibes, give out a free song for everybody dressed up. We're doing a Halloween contest.
Oh, that's dope, bro.
We're doing it big, you know. Like I wanted to definitely like make this something big. Like I said, like if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. You know?
Yeah,
Oh
man.
yeah, man. I'm excited for that. I can see that being
Yeah.
pretty fucking sweet.
Right. Especially like Triple MFD, like for being a, you know, for first show, that's a good name to have. You know, it's not just like, hey, it's Mr. Green, come to my show. It's like, hey, I got Triple MFD. If you didn't get to go to Gorefest, like I missed it. I was supposed to go to Gorefest. I was supposed to play, but I was supposed to go. But I'm going to Hollow Wicked instead in Attack of the Ninjas.
Mm.
So just to play around that work aspect of my 9 to 5, you know, I had to miss Gorefest. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna bring them here.
And
You
that,
know,
so
at least-
is that this? That's happening this year?
yeah, October 15th.
Oh, that's
Yep.
what's up, bro. Hell yeah. Well, hopefully it goes well, man. Congrats on that. That sounds
Hey.
very dope.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna live stream and do a whole bunch of shit. So definitely, but yeah, so me and Dale have been doing that, and that's kind of how the Super was my first gathering I went to, and that's how I met Replicon.
Mm.
So out by me, they adopted a highway. You know, like them adopt the highway sign.
Yeah.
Oh
And
wow.
I walked up to him and I was like, "Hey, I see your sign every day." And you know, where I stay at, you know, there's a lot of meth heads. You know, so they're like, "What the fuck? Like, where the fuck you from, little kid?" You know, and I was like, "I'm from fucking Jeffco County, whatever, St. Louis." You know, and they're like, "Man, for real?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro, check out my tape." And I handed it to them.
That's cool, man.
And then we started building a relationship. And then my first show, being Mr. Green by myself, was the Eastside show when he came off. I want to say the Dead of Winter tour, or one of the tours that like he was just doing like everything. Like this is before COVID, you know, obviously. And they were supposed to host it. And then like I hit him up first. Like I said, I hit him up first. Like, hey, you got the flyer? I'm trying to promote the shit. Da 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 da. And then like, oh yeah. And then it got canceled. And then they got rebooked with a different promoter. And I still did it. So like I said, eventually everybody always meets. You know.
Yeah.
And what's funny about that? Freaky P from Replicon used to have this other artist back in the day, R.I.P. Havoc, that was doing like the vampire thing, like the gimmick. Like I remember him before I remember Kung Fu Vampire doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's St. Louis.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Mm.
But like that was one of his first artists, and I remember them cats doing shows when I was a kid in the crowd. So it's just funny how circles always, you know,
Yeah.
intertwine and
Full
come
circle,
back.
oh, yeah.
You know?
That's what's
So,
up, bro.
That's what's cool about
Yeah,
the
so
Juggalo
that's how I
community,
met,
man.
Right. So that's how I met Replicon. We did an interview, and it was like an exclusive. It was one of the first exclusives, and then we built a connection, and then Freaky was like, "Hey, let's go to the gathering. You know, I'm probably gonna be the only one out the team going. If you want to roll, I'm like, fuck yeah, bro, let's roll. You know." And that's kind of how I got my press pass with everything, you know. So shout out to that, Rob. You know?
Well, I'll say, man, Replicon's lucky to have you on their team, man. I
Yeah.
mean, you're a high energy, infectious personality. So I think I mean, it's a good catch right
Oh yeah,
there.
natural born hustler, man.
Yeah.
We love it.
Yeah, and that's like my brother's like he wanted me to go away from the group, Because when he gave me the money for the first project with Sir Dale, he was like, I don't know them dudes. I'm not saying nothing, but you're dragging them to the studio, or you're like you really want to do it, but they're doing it to like put it on their Facebook or take a picture and tell a bit. It's like you really want to do it because I don't care. I want to make people feel good when they listen to my shit.
Yeah.
I want to keep on doing this. If this is gonna be my bread and butter, then it's the merch game. Yeah, I got the best merch. Come fuck with me.
That's what's up, bro.
Everybody, artists, that's the most money. So we're trying to just really gravitate towards that. Do new shirts, hoodies, everything. So.
We love it, man. You're hustling, man.
I'll
We love it.
I'd be excited about the merch for sure, man.
Right.
Just having just seeing that Replicon merch, it's like Jesus, man.
I know, like gosh.
Yeah, some sick shit. You get that, get some merch out like that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. We look forward to seeing how that goes, bro.
Appreciate that for sure.
Oh.
Yeah, like that's the story, bro. Like just getting down with the crowd, I've always felt connected. Like it wasn't about where you're from, who you are, what is you. Just that camaraderie. Like growing up, like I said, I'm adopted. I'm a very big on nurturing nature over nature. That old philosophy. You can be in a fucked up environment, but if you have a good nurturing system, you can be anything. Just like it's on you. Do whatever the fuck you want.
That's a great message, bro. We love it.
I was just talking about that to my wife the other day. Nature versus nurture. We were going in on that.
Right, bro, because you look at a lot of motherfuckers and they'll say, it's because I'm this or that, it's because of where I'm from. It's like, well, yeah, but I mean, down the time, people have been there.
Yeah, you still got to put in the work, man. That's it. That's the bottom line, right?
But yeah, bro, so right now, like I said, meeting you guys was fucking from now on me and ICP with weed. I think that was really cool event. Maybe next year it'll be if we have like in the back, like if they had us on stage, I think that would gravitate more people towards us too. Like if you were lined up on the panel, like a Comic-Con, like something like that. Like
yeah, they need to get a better podcast set up next year, or at least a better tent with some actual, walls that we can back up to,
and some fucking power.
Yeah, some good. Yeah, for the most important. Yeah.
So that's what's up. All right, Mr. Grean, we're gonna let you go, bro. Do you have anything else you want to say? Anything you want people to check out before we let you go?
Yeah, I'll say real quick. October 15th, like I said, is Monster Mash featuring Triple MFD, Mr. Grean, many more. Check it out. Started by Replicon Radio, Mr. Grean. Then October 28th is my Halloween tape. Like everybody knows, Juggalos drop a Halloween tape.
Yeah.
Halloween gonna be on everything. Check it out. And then shout out Deck One Out. Go check out Replicon Radio. Everybody keep on doing it.
Thanks, bro. We appreciate that.
Yeah, one more thing, because I seen you guys doing the Myth thing. I remember going to that show. It was my first Twiztid show. It was Jamie Blaze. It was just them.
It was who?
Child wasn't there. Yeah, it was just Jamie and Blaze.
Oh.
It wasn't even Twiztid set. Yeah. I think it was when he did that interview. Remember when he went crazy and he did the Fago Lovers interview and whatnot?
Who?
Jay?
No, Monoxide Child.
Oh, I don't remember that. I never watched that.
Was it wait, which one was
right
it?
Chainsmoker. It was like right around
Okay.
when he got
Oh yeah.
He was going through a hard time.
I remember. Was he wearing a basketball jersey? In that
yeah.
Was he wearing was it a Cleveland jersey? I can't remember what it was.
I want to say so, but he had no makeup, but he had the braids up.
Okay.
And it was like, I think it was like a reply why he wasn't on tour on the Man.
Yeah, that's what.
I remember, going there, and they're like, no, he ain't here. And the first time fucking seeing Twiztid, it was just Jamie and Blaze.
Oh, that's weird.
It was Blaze hyping up Jamie. It was a dope ass concert. Don't get me wrong, but you know what I'm saying? Like that's what's so funny to me because that was my first. I still have the shirt.
Oh,
that's
damn.
That's a rare ass first, right there.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, bro. Because I remember my brothers are old. So they remember Twiztid being on the Hatchet Rising tour, and then fucking outside, or we tossed them out of space and shit. That was one of their first tours, going there and shit.
Hell yeah, dude. All right. Well, thanks for sharing that, bro.
Hey,
shout out to you. Everybody check out Mr. Grean on Spotify or iTunes. I'm sure he's available and all that shit, right?
Oh, definitely.
All right, bro. Well,
check out Deck One Out.
Thanks, bro. We appreciate you, man. All right, we'll see you later, man. We'll have you on again sometime, all right?
All right, man. It was nice talking to you, buddy.
See you, dude. Mr. Grean, y'all. He's the shit.
Yeah, man. Super just positive, man. Positive energy.
Yep.
There's a difference, but you got someone who's kind of a negative person, you got somebody who's in the middle, who's literally a zero.
Mm-hmm.
They do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give you any negativity. They don't give you any positivity. They're literally just a zero. So you literally can't do anything.
Yeah.
With them. But he's definitely a positive vibe, and man, like I said, anybody working with him, I would suspect is going to be fun. If you're going to get something done.
I was gonna say, if I was doing some shit, like that's
Yeah.
the kind of guy and energy you need to like get shit
Yeah.
done. You know,
Yeah,
I need
man.
like that kind of motivation around me.
Yeah. Because I like just the type of there's types of people like that, you know,
Yep.
and they're rare.
Yeah,
They're
for
rare,
sure.
man. Because like, you know, you're feeling like I don't really want to do something. You get around them, they will pick you up, you know,
Absolutely.
and they don't even have to force it. It's just kind of you feed off. It's easy to feed off that kind of surplus of energy.
Fuck yeah, dude. He's definitely got that.
Yeah.
What a. Well, I mean, he's like it energizes you.
Yeah.
You know, talking to somebody like that.
Cool motherfucker. Everything slides off his back. You know,
Yeah.
nothing like you can tell. Nothing really. You know, nothing really gets to him.
Yeah,
so,
he's still gonna do his shit.
Yeah, cool shit, man. Awesome fucking.
It just, I mean, a lot of his hustling just reminded me of like our days and shit, like rap. Like
Yeah.
I was just looking at back then. I mean, this is when we're talking like I'm 17 years old. You know, this is 2002, 3, 4. I went and just recently looked back at. I used to keep a blog back then, and I've shared way too much information.
Yeah.
Way too much. It's fucking cringe, bro. But I just went back and read it like recently, but most of my shit is talking about like rapping and grinding and hustling, and like I had that, you know, we really had that back
Yeah.
then. And it reminds me of like that line of thinking, like how hard you got to do it, how
Yeah.
hard you're hustling, you know. It ain't no bullshit.
Yeah, and like I said, man, that the podcast setup there, you know, in my just being an outsider, you walk in the podcast tent and they had, you know, Replicon and him had in my opinion, had the best setup.
Yeah, they had like all their table was
Yeah.
full of merch, very dope graphics. They had their dinosaur fucking like mascot all
Yeah.
plastered over everything. It looked so dope.
And like him being like, you know, him being the guy there, like
Mm-hmm.
you felt the energy, you felt the positivity.
Absolutely, because
So-
the other Replicon guys, I tried to talk to them a little bit, and they were kind of like, oh, like we're busy almost, you know.
yeah.
But Mr. Green's like, oh yeah,
Yeah, no,
like,
no,
he was like
he's
hanging
good.
the fuck out.
That's why. I mean, you can see why they brought him aboard. Like, hey, you know.
Yeah, man, he's a good hype man. I need the DJ Slug. I need them Keezer and Carver tapes. I mean, go to Spotify. Look up Broken Fort. There's some shit on there, man. We're on there.
We got some old tapes, man.
Yeah.
We got our basement cuts.
We
and
did
our-
we did a Halloween song about it's probably been 4 years now, 3 or
Yeah,
4 years.
That was that was the last track we did was a Halloween song. Yeah.
Yeah. So check it out, man.
Yeah, we did all. The beat is not ours, but well, no, you own the beat, I think.
Oh yeah, I do actually.
You own the beat to that song.
Mm-hmm.
We did everything ourselves, recording, and
Mixing.
all the mixing and shit to it. So
Yeah, go check it out, man. All that Broken Fort shit, it's on there. Like, if you go to our link tree, I actually got a link to a playlist, which is pretty cool. All right. Well, that said, man, you want to get into Man Smith?
I do.
All right, let's fucking do it. I'm gonna rock my Wicked Woe charm. I think it looks cool on my black shirt. Oh, is Wicked Woe or whatever the fuck his name coming out on Hallowicked? He's supposed to.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Which, by the way, we haven't even talked about Hallowicked. I'm not going. I'm broke. I can't afford it, literally.
Yeah.
But they just announced it. Did you see that last week?
Mm.
They announced Hallowicked got officially announced. They had a shitty Photoshop poster
Oh well,
of
yeah,
the Warriors.
No, I did see it. I did see it. Yeah.
But
the
it's like a
Warriors
mini
shit.
gathering, bro. It starts at like 3 p.m. Fucking Fat
Damn,
Nick,
man.
Ouija Mac, Mikey Clark's performing. Fuck yes, I know. It sounds great. I know.
Spammer.
Fucking spammer, get out of here, you piece of shit. I wonder if I can block you from here. I won't let me.
That sucks though, man. We're not gonna be able. I think it was just it's like a,
It's like the end of the world type shit.
yeah,
Pretty generic.
Man, Smith and Mutant. The whole idea was the whole idea of Man, Smith and Mutant was a loose take on what I thought was like the world being like evil. And all
Okay.
all the myths of the world and all the evils and shit of the world were
Here's my
mutating.
My understanding of Man, Myth, and Mutant, I was under the impression they were going to do 3 albums. I specifically have this in my mind, like maybe they even announced it as such. It was going to be Man, Myth, and Mutant. And then I was shocked. I remember being shocked when they finally announced it, and it was Man's Myth. I was like, okay, fine. But I didn't know quite what they were doing. I'm also of the firm belief that Mutant is a lot of the leftover songs from the Black Magic Rock album.
Yeah.
There's probably 1 or 2 of those on here too, but this couple of albums is an interesting like section of Twiztid's career because it's very like it's like it wasn't hugely thought out almost,
Yeah.
but they were putting out still very dope shit. Like this shit is
Yeah.
fucking dope.
Yeah, no, there's some excellent music on this.
And I do remember the DVD. I take it back. I don't remember what's on the DVD, but I was shocked when I pulled this out today. And I was like, what the fuck? There's another disc in here.
Yeah, I do remember.
I
the
don't
DVD.
remember there being another
there's a
disc.
video on there, isn't there?
I have no fucking clue what's on this disc. Truly. I should have looked into that before we did an episode on it. But yeah, tell us what's on these fucking... I do like how this disc looks like an eyeball. And like... the stitching actually has their names, which is cool. It says Madrox, Monoxide, and Twiztid. But yeah, man, very strange. This is my original case. It's all broken and fucked up. An interesting time in Twiztid's career, man. I don't quite know what they were like doing or getting at with this.
I mean, I think if you read the little insert,
does it help shed some light on their
Little
gimmick,
bit,
on the
like-
gimmick here?
I mean, the gimmick is throughout humanity, the myths of man have been weighed upon us like luggage. It kind of there's like a line like that. On
Okay.
there. The myths of everything from alien life, alien life forms living in space to the threat. The font's weird, so it's hard to read. Alien life forms living in space to the threat of nuclear holocaust are carried around like luggage throughout life's journey. Are these fairy tales or urban legends of spirits and misfortune merely bedtime stories told to scare us? Yeah, so it's like, is this real? And if
Which this song is essentially doing, like,
Yeah.
telling it's karma, you know.
So I would say it's like, yeah, it's just like, you know, it's the boogeyman stories, it's the fear mongering, it's all that shit, it's the myths of man.
And that plays into the song later on. Controversy kind of covers a little
Yeah.
bit of that too. One other thing that's interesting I noticed when you had the book out, this is them debuting that new look with the red paint, right?
Yeah.
On the back. It's on the very back.
Yeah.
Which that was pretty interesting. That was weird and different and cool
Yeah,
at
it
the
was
time.
pretty cool.
So I know we have a Story of Our Lives video, by the way. That's the
By
next
the
song,
way,
but-
the toys, the Twiztid toy that they came out with at this time was probably one of the fucking dopest.
does it have a picture of it there? I don't remember it. Oh yeah, like the two of them like choking and shit. Yeah, that was very dope. I never did get that. I would have loved to have that. That's awesome. Yeah, that shit is so fucking dope. I want that right now.
I mean, that is extreme, like, fucking extremely detailed, dude. Soda Toys.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn on the video for this
Fucking
one.
Soda Toys, like, I mean, really fucking awesome. One of the best fucking psychopathic figures that they ever came out with. Sometimes you don't want to look behind you. Sometimes it's hiding in the mirror. So, yeah, they're just touching on the fear of man. And, yeah. This video was fucking awesome.
Bonkers.
I wish it was... Is this the highest quality we can get this video?
This is on... Oh, let me see. This is on Psychopathic Records official, so probably... Let me see.
Yeah, you see if we can...
Yeah, 360p.
God, that sucks. This video needs to be in better quality. The makeup they're using in this is really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of cool shit in this video.
So dope.
Did they use shitty cameras to?
I think that's just. I mean, it's 2005, bro. I think they just probably didn't have access to that shit. And not to mention uploading to a video back then was like impossible.
Dude, you can look up Halls of Illusions and it's better quality.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You're right. You're right. I don't know.
So it's literally like the cameras they were using. I wonder if they shot. If they shot with a digital camera, but it was just so early back then, like they couldn't get, the quality wasn't great.
Yeah, dude, I bet they'll like just, I don't know, just like uploading a video was like impossible back then.
It looks
probably.
like they shot a digital. Yeah, it looks like they shot with a digital camera. Which the reason why the old ICP videos are great is because they were shot on film.
Okay.
Film will always hold up better than early digital shit.
Yeah, you're right. That's true. Because it can always be remastered and shit too.
Yeah.
Digital, like, it's recorded that
Yeah.
resolution, and that's the fucking end of it, you know?
Yep. That's why old movies can be restored and made to look really good, you know? I mean, just anything that's shot on film, you can manipulate upward. You can upscale and make it look better.
This song is dope, bro.
Yeah, this song's great. I love this song.
My eyes.
We've been waiting for you. Preachers. I mean, cool.
I was trying to figure out how to reverse it, flip it. Oh, you know what? I know how to do it.
Twiztid Psycho says some of the best packaging on Psychopathic. This is pretty cool. They did do some good packaging on this.
Oh, and they got fat booty bitches in this video.
So Fritz and ROC did this track.
Fritz and ROC. Okay. Who did the beat for Karma? We didn't talk about that.
Karma was Fritz.
Okay. Fritz is killing it, man. I'm glad he worked with. I wonder if he still even fucks with him. Fritz should fuck with ICP, man. Did Fritz really even do much with ICP? I need to get on that Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make an Excel spreadsheet with every producer.
I mean, did ICP need Fritz? I mean,
No, I mean, of course. No one needs Fritz when you have Mikey Clark, bro. Let's keep it real. Honestly, I mean,
well, I'm just saying. Even that's funny.
what is it?
Yeah, remember, we had a fascist before Trump. Everybody seems to forget that.
The Bush. Oh, they got an anti-Bush thing. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, he was just another puppet, man. They
Yeah.
all are.
They talk about him in that controversy song.
Mm-hmm.
So this song's called "Won't Die."
This song is not. I don't love it.
It's
You know what this? You know what a lot of these songs remind me of?
What?
A Mirror Mirror kind of sound.
Okay.
This gives me kind of like one of those. Not saying Mirror Mirror is bad. I'm just saying it kind of gives me that feel. So a lot of this album gives me that feel where it's
Okay.
just kind of like I wouldn't say slapped together, but it's like just a very loose concept and darker kind of chamber music sounding
Yeah,
shit.
I get that. Yeah, this song, like, no, I don't even remember this song exists. You know, it's a very, very forgettable song. Jay on the hook. Here he goes.
I wanna let go.
What the fuck are you going to be? Where are you going to be when the hatchet attacks?
Hatchet Attacks, man. That was a big fucking show. Big time.
Right.
That was like the West Coast gathering.
Fucking hatchet attacks, man.
Could have done better covers. Okay, maybe. I think they're hating on the cover art. What do you think about the cover art?
This?
Yeah.
It looks kind of. Yeah, it just.
I mean,
looks
let's
basic.
keep it real though. All of Twisted's cover art's pretty bad. I mean, like the cover art for Wicked is literally just them in like suits.
The cover, Most Tasteless. The re-release of Most Tasteless was amazing.
Yeah, that was. You're right.
Chaos Comics.
Except that those don't look like Twisted at all.
Yeah,
you know,
but it's still great.
the art is great.
The entire book is comic.
Yeah, that is.
I mean,
great.
I'll always love that.
The Freak Show is just it's not great, but it's iconic. I think at this point.
I think the Freak Show's really. I think the Freak Show's cool just because of the prosthetics and the the effects like the the makeup and shit like that. I
Sure.
think that was done really good.
I think the Mirror cover art is
Mirror
bad.
Mirror is bad.
It's just a picture.
The photo shoot of Mirror Mirror is really generic
Yes.
looking.
Yes. So
Like,
that,
'cause
I mean,
when
that's,
you look in the book, and I think this has kind of that feel.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how Twisted. Like they just didn't put much effort into that. It didn't seem, you know.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of effort put in these images in the book, but they're all kind of generic looking.
Yeah. And this is like pre smartphone and apps being able to easily Photoshop shit. So you get a little bit of a pass, I guess, in that sense. But what the fuck is even all that shit?
The best pictures for the best album artwork back in the day were just real photos.
Yeah. I agree.
Photos with actual stuff, good lighting, shit like that. Early days of Photoshop, yeah, it was horrible. So it was either the best albums were either raw art or photos. You know. So
Yeah. You're right.
You go back to the early Photoshop shit, you're always gonna be like, yeah, that looks kind of corny.
Yeah. This song's pretty cool. Like I like the vibe of it already.
Yeah, I do like this song.
Before I popped this on a couple days ago. Before then, I legitimately have not listened to this album since, I'll say, not even exaggerating. It's been, let's just say, a couple years after it came out. So 2007 probably.
I really liked it when it came out.
I did too. I listened to the fuck out of it. But then Mutant came out and I forgot about this album because Mutant like blew my mind.
Yeah.
It just spoke to me way more. But this album, like, it was fine, but like I said, just did not get the spins anymore after that. And I think Mutant only came out a couple months after, if I'm not mistaken.
So Won't Die was produced by Lavelle,
Oh, really? That's interesting.
and then this one's produced by Lavelle.
Interesting. I like the production on this song. You better get it like this. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they're like rapping about here.
Oh, that's a good question. Well, I wouldn't say it's a good question. It's an obvious question.
They do a lot of like just kind of like metaphoric bitching.
Yeah.
That's if I could put their style into a couple words. Metaphorical bitching.
Yeah. Yeah, because every line's like a. He's talking about an actress. He's talking about an actress on drugs right now.
I don't know what to believe anymore. This is a throwaway song to me, just like the last one.
Yeah, it's not horrible.
I like the beat.
Yeah.
I like the sound, but I just don't give a fuck about what they're saying, I guess. I better get it right.
So what you could say is, you really don't know what they're referring to.
What do you mean, like, for referring?
Yeah. I don't know what they're referring to. I like Monoxide's like flow and shit throughout most of this album. I mean, both of them are pretty on point as far as rapping goes. Twiztid is great at putting words to indescribable frustrations. Okay, I feel that's a good
Yeah, that's good. That's
good way to put it.
That makes sense in my simple monkey brain.
All right, I'm skipping through.
Yeah, I don't.
Twiztid was in the studio doing their weed song. Jay was like, "Oh, I gotta be on this, guys. Let me on this shit, please.
I can rap about weed now too.
I smoke now, guys.
I've been smoking for a little bit. I can rap now about weed.
when this come out with
I'm
you?
a stoner. 2005.
I've been smoking for 2 years, guys. I can rap about weed now. Wait, when did he start smoking? I think he started smoking weed before.
Conservative Juggalo podcast. Can't even hear the song. We don't give a fuck. Fuck you.
We don't play the song too loud for reasons. For reasons. I mean, that's really why. I'm sorry. You can do a listen along.
He said that. Oh, this skit is hilarious. We
This
see,
shit
oh we
is great.
we missed the first skit, but
Which one? Oh yeah. What you fucking?
oh, let's go back. Here, let's go back and just
That
listen to
skit
that.
is fucking hilarious.
Let's go back and listen to that real quick.
Turn that up. We're gonna turn
Where
the
is-
skit up.
I think it's at the end of Story of Our
I don't
Lives.
think YouTube's gonna.
There's a. This skit is so funny. All right, so this isn't the reason we didn't hear this is because we were watching the video and this isn't on the video.
What up, man?
Shit, what's up?
Hey, you my boy, right?
Huh?
You my boy, right?
Yeah.
Go back. Maybe we can tell who it is with that original, the first part of that voice.
Yeah, so y'all tell us who this is.
Yeah. Who's doing the? Who's my boy, right?
I think it's Jamie, but I can't tell.
Who's doing it? You my boy, right? Let us know.
What up, man?
It doesn't sound like Jamie.
Hey, you my boy, right?
Huh?
You my boy, right?
That kind of sounds like Jay.
A little bit.
What the fuck is
You
going
my boy, right?
That doesn't sound like Jay there
I
though.
don't understand.
You ain't gonna tell me.
Huh?
You ain't gonna tell me.
Maybe it's like Lavelle or something.
What the fuck
Yeah,
you
it
talking
could be.
about?
Come get me.
See if it's in a book.
I'd kill this motherfucker.
Come get me.
Man, what are you talking about?
Twisted Psycho says it might be Lavelle.
I love you, man.
It sounds like a black guy. I will give him that.
Yeah, it does.
You better tell me.
What the fuck did you do?
You my boy, right? You ain't gonna tell, right?
You gonna
The acting on this skit is great, man. It's so funny.
It is.
Hey,
Come
you
and
tripping.
get me, man.
Who?
They coming to get me, man.
Man, who the fuck are you talking about?
Coming to get me, man. You ain't gonna tell, right?
Man, what the fuck is you crying about? Why are you crying?
Just come get me.
Why are you? Man, what did
Just
you
come give me,
do?
man.
Tell
Just
me.
come give me, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's why you can tell me.
You
What
and your
the
mama
fuck
and them.
You and your mama and them, man, I'm gonna kill you.
Kill your ass, too, man.
I'm
gonna kill your ass.
What the hell? No, what the fuck is wrong
You
with
mama,
you?
man, they better not tell, man. Your mama and them there.
Mama and them there.
Hey, man, you done lost your shit.
Your mama and them there. Hey, that was a little bit pre Tech 9. Tech 9 had a song, Mama and them.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
He made a video to it, I believe.
Oh, hold on. We didn't finish the other skit.
Mama and them. And mama and them there.
Cheese and donuts.
Come on, mama and them there.
Freaks me.
All right, so this is the other second skit on the album.
Horrible.
What part
Bro,
of the game is it? I mean, he
Bro,
shouts.
I'm gonna wake up in the morning tomorrow. I'm gonna be like, "Ugh, I smell badussy. I want to see what my wife does when I do that. I smell badussy.
Well, no. Conservative Juggalo podcast. We're not worried about the copyright. We just don't want to get the shit taken down. Yeah, 12 people are listening to it, but we want them to listen to it, and we don't want to get taken down.
Plus, this is a fucking podcast. We don't give a fuck if you can hear the music. We care more about us listening to the music and telling you, our opinion on it.
listen to our words.
You listen to us, fucking Conservative Juggalo podcast. If you're a real fucking podcast, you know how audio matters.
Yeah, we don't care about copyright. They've taken our shit down before.
Yeah.
Just you know,
Literally, like they'll block it worldwide. You know, I can't have that. I don't give a fuck who's listening to it live.
So
Give them a go to the Juggalo Classics and give them a.
Juggalo Classics. So you can.
Why you just gonna come in our fucking comments and troll too,
Look,
asshole?
conservative, you're welcome here. Very welcome.
I just
here.
called him an asshole.
You, if you're an asshole, it's cool. You know, I'm an asshole sometimes. It's cool. You're welcome here, but come on, man, you get it. You understand. You're a podcast, right?
Oh shit! He said you're not a conservative. You're not a juggalo. You're not even a podcast. You're just confused. What do you think about this song, man? Off the Chain. This song is annoying to me, and I hate it. So
I don't hate it.
the premise of the song is that girls look like they're ugly until they smoke. That's literally the premise of this song. When I'm
It's
smoking,
like,
they're off the
I
chain.
mean, that doesn't happen to me.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
When I smoke,
It's fake.
they get worse.
Exactly. This is fake news, bro. Conservative Juggalo podcast. This is fake news. If you want to report on this, it's that smoking weed makes girls look better. It does not.
Look, I'll say,
Drinking does that.
yeah. Drinking is the rose-colored glasses. I like me and my in the past, you know, I'd be with a chick, you know, and be like, okay, maybe I could probably do this. I think I'm down. Yeah, I'm down. And then, you know, you get high and then you're like,
You
nah,
get introspective.
yeah, you're high and you're like, I don't want to fuck with you.
Yeah, like, ooh. You start thinking, ooh, what's going to happen tomorrow morning?
Yeah, there
You don't
ain't
want to be
no-
like Esau and smelling Badussy.
Yeah, no badussy, man. No badussy.
Yeah, man. Like, that song's fucking stupid to me. I hate it.
What up, Dawn?
Don Chaos, what's up, homeboy? All right, so this song is Controversy. This song's pretty cool. I like this song.
No, Controversy's great.
This is one of the standout tracks on here, I think.
Now, this does tap
I'm an
in-
asshole.
This does tap into a little bit of my, you know, my conspiracy fascination. So I do like this song.
Yeah. Look, he said here, let's rewind it. He raps a cool line about the presidents here.
What do you mean we're referring to?
What are they referring to here?
What do you mean we're referring to?
He says we hide behind a bush and I can't take it anymore. They're talking about Afghanistan and shit. It's kind of weird, right?
Well, yeah, they're talking about what was in the news at the time.
Yeah.
And what was in the news at the time, it was Bush was in office and we were at war and, you know, when 2005, by that time, we were in Iraq by that time, weren't we? Or were we still in the, I can't fucking remember.
Who keeps track of that?
But yeah, you know, that was, you know, a few years after 9/11, it was the whole Bush era. There was a lot of shit going on. There was a lot. It was definitely the dawn of like the mainstream conspiracy thing.
This was probably written right after, like right around the election or some shit.
Yeah.
You know, if it came out in 2005, election would have been 2004, right?
Yeah.
So
in what I would say the very surface level concept of news and conspiracies that Twiztid have, this is what they came up with at that point.
sure.
You know,
I mean, it's pretty legit though. They're talking
Yeah.
about cool shit. The song itself sounds dope. Who produced this? Pull that up. Pull that up, Jamie.
controversy. Fritz and ROC.
Man, Fritz and ROC, man, all over this shit.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like this shit. Yeah.
I notice they like to talk about aliens a lot in this.
They
album.
do.
They throw that shit in there a lot.
I forgot about this song, man, until I listened to it again. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, this song's dope. It's one of those songs like it's very lyric heavy, so you ain't gonna get the gist of it unless you really sit down and listen to it and not talk all over it. But you know,
Yeah, so
not great for a podcast, but a great listen.
yeah, check it out. Go back and listen to the song. It's a decent one. I like it.
He said, I don't remember the beat. Bob J the Country Singer. I don't remember the beat sounding like this. I'm pretty sure this is original, right?
Yeah.
It sounds right to me.
Yeah, this is. I remember this song a lot. I did listen to the song quite a bit.
He was mentioning in the Discord that this song gave him a lot of feel, or this album gave him a lot of feels due to he was in the military at this time, and like he remembers listening to this flying over seas and shit.
Did you mention Violet J the Country Singer?
Yeah.
Did he mention he was in the military?
He didn't talk about that at all last week.
God, what kind of hidden stories do you have, Violet J the
I
Country
know,
Singer?
man. He's a wealth of interesting stories, I'm sure. We'll have him back on. All right, next song is Get Ready. This song's... Oh, by the way, first line right off the bat is dated. Hold on, let's hear that. First line, dated. Here we go. Disconnect you like SBC.
Enlighten me.
That's like old school internet shit.
No, I was gonna say, what the fuck is SBC?
Yeah, no one probably even knows what that shit is anymore.
I never knew what it was. I was a Maui.
Oh, not the military. Sorry. He said he was flying overseas and shit. Sorry. My bad. I misunderstood.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
I'm sorry. The price is wrong.
the price is wrong.
It's in the sound effects.
Damn it. Well, see, I don't know where they all are yet.
I know.
God
You'll get
damn
there.
it.
You'll get there. You can rearrange them if you'd like. Oh, yes, I did. This song's kind of cool, though. The beat reminds me of some Mr. Bones shit. Oh, Jay's on this. Man, ICP's all over this album. It's kind of surprising.
But I'll fuck your wife, Duster.
Thank you. There is a little stand that pops out the back of this. You'll see it. Like that pops out and it can... Oh, you gotta get it from the bottom.
I get it.
There you go. Yep. I think Jay comes with it on this song. I like it.
Yeah.
I like his verse on this shit. Get ready. I like how they flip the hooks too, like, and that's one thing Twiztid does. They're pretty good at is like they'll do a hook, like Jamie will do the hook, then the next hook, Monoxide will do the hook. You know what I mean? I like how they do that kind of shit.
Yeah, Lavelle produced this one.
This song, I think Lavelle should have done more production for them, man. I think it sounds good.
They were working with Lavelle was on Psychopathic at that point, right?
I don't think Lavelle was ever officially on Psychopath.
Then they did Supervillains.
They were
around
doing
this time.
Supervillains at the
Yeah.
same time, yes. Even Supervillains is advertised in the booklet here.
Yeah.
Came out.
Gigolo clap clap, gigolo clap clap. Is that on here?
I don't know. This album does have at the end the Loonies song. I got 5 on it with Blaze singing it.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's just and Lavelle's on that, and he sounds great, man. I wish Lavelle would have done more with Psychopathic around then.
Yeah.
Lavelle was the shit, dude. I actually really liked Lavelle. I saw him the first time I saw Twiztid performed at the Alrosa during the Rock the Dead tour. Blaze opened up for him.
I remember that.
That was the first time we ever saw Blaze.
That was the first time yeah.
I bought the Blaze EP that day, and Lavelle also opened up. I remember because put your motherfucking middle finger up and say we don't give a fuck. That song was the shit, dude.
I do remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So Lavelle was fucking with him heavy around that time, man. I wish he would have done more. I didn't know he was even a producer, honestly. That's pretty dope.
I wonder what happened to Lavelle after he tried beefing with Psy. I didn't know that.
Lavelle did do I do remember a beef song coming out at some point after the Supervillains. That was interesting. I don't know what happened there though. This song's dope. It's just a call and response, like, you know, this is a good one they put on the album just to do at concerts. You know what I mean? I like this shit though. They have a rock version of this on Mutant. So when I heard this, I was like, what the fuck? When I listened to this again recently, I forgot about the non-rock version. Hell yeah, motherfuckers! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck oof! Fuck oof! Fuck you! Oh, that was good.
Yeah, that's it. That's what.
This song's sweet. This is a weird.
That first part always made me go, man, fuck this shit.
I do not
I do not want to hear this.
When
When they start rapping, it's like, what the fuck?
When the beat drops,
Yeah.
let's go back. Listen to it. Ugh. It comes in so hard. Like, ugh. It's so nasty. I like that. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Lavelle?
damn, Lavelle. You're fucking crushing it,
Lavelle,
bro.
man.
Lavelle's production is on point, bro. Twiztid
pretty-
fucking
yeah.
crushing it on there, too.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. This
Madrox sounds, he's fucking it up on this
is
song.
one of the first times I think you kind of hear that double time
Yeah.
chop, you know.
Feel this.
I mean, before this, when did they really do it? When did you really have a whole song where they did it like that?
Ooh, not very often. I mean, there's probably a time or two, but I can't think of it. No fucking
A
high.
DVD player.
Completely different beat for Monoxide to rap on. Way different than Jamie's first verse.
Yeah. We Supervillains is something we have not.
We will definitely do Supervillains. I don't remember liking it much, but I have a feeling that's one of those albums. If we go back and revisit and give the time of
Yeah.
day, like we will find some shit on there that's like, all right, this is fucking sweet.
Yeah, I bought it. I have it.
Same.
I still had the same copy I bought when it came out.
Same.
For some reason, I always hung on to it. I don't know why.
It's such an interesting, weird,
Yeah.
like moment of psychopathic.
Yeah.
It had so much promise. We never did get that Superheroes album.
Yeah.
I would have loved that, man. That was so cool. It was such a cool concept that like I wish they would have fleshed out a little bit more. You know?
Mm-hmm. Not to bring up the past, but wasn't there a song that wasn't there when all the beef was going on? There's something with the supervillains, and
They released a
they said
they released a
Monoxide.
song that was all about like dissing gay people or something.
Yeah.
And they never wanted it released. I from my understanding and what I read back then, it's been a long time, but it did get released. And I don't know if they ever made an official statement on it or anything, but it was like it was pretty like shitty, I guess. But it wasn't like I don't remember it being so controversial. But
Yeah.
I haven't listened to it in years either, so I don't remember. That was kind of the end of Supervillains, though. At that point,
Yeah.
that might have came out of the Lavelle beef shit. Actually, I don't remember. Gauntlet. What are you talking about? Gauntlet Legacy. What? Hold on.
He was
Oh, playing Gauntlet with my
Yeah.
brothers, bumping this. Oh, that's what's up. That's cool. I like those kind of memories. Twiztid
No,
Psycho.
I actually had a few memories I wanted to bring up.
Yeah, please.
And I was gonna call it Juggalo memories that remind you of ICP or no, I don't know what the fuck I was gonna call it. It was gonna be something that have to do with shit you did while you were listening to ICP.
Yes.
Brings up
Yes.
And a lot for me. A lot of it was gaming.
Okay.
A lot of it was like playing old school
So,
PlayStation. And
Great.
shit.
That's great. So listening to a specific album gives you memories of a specific game.
Yes.
I love that shit.
Yes.
That's so
I have
cool.
like tons of that.
That's amazing. I have similar things with that with even podcasts, but that's the kind I love that shit. Like just like Violent J the Country Singer, listening to it going to Maui or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, my memories of this specific album, I do remember being at me and Carver lived together at the time.
Yep. I remember that.
When these albums came out, and I listened to it a lot at that house. I don't have specific moments, but I remember being in that house a lot listening to
I remember
this.
listening to it. I think on the way home from the gathering.
2005.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I rolled home with my buddy.
Let me look at when this album specifically came out.
But I do remember when we lived together, we had that apartment. Or
It was released June 28th, so this would have been pre-gathering.
Was
but
it pre-gathering?
So that makes sense that we could have been listening to it on the way home a month later after the gathering, you know.
Yeah, well, I probably didn't listen to it until the gathering, and we got it at the gathering.
Yeah.
Or someone got it at the gathering, and we listened. But I do remember we had that condo we were renting. We had a like one of those stereos in the living room, and I remember listening to it in that.
I specifically remember you playing a lot of Prince of Persia and Shadow of the Colossus.
Yes.
I watched you play that shit a lot back then.
Yeah.
So
Because we had the TV. We had a TV hooked up in the living room.
I remember playing a lot of I had my Xbox hooked up down there. I played a lot of the Chronicles of Riddick game down there.
Yeah.
Man, there's some fun memories around that time. It's funny how that happens. Like you just get memories of games and shit.
Yeah. Memories of games.
I had a funny memory like around when this came out when we lived at that house when I was reading that blog. I was actually just showing Tara some shit on it yesterday, my wife. And what was it? Oh fuck, I lost my train of thought. I was showing her something.
You're showing her a blog, listening to music.
Oh, that was it. I in the blog I said like, yeah, I just got Twiztid's Mutant album. By the way, on my blog back then, I chronicled every purchase I made and every feeling I had.
Wow.
It was crazy. And
wow.
I talked about how I listened to this album and Mutant a lot, and how we just got DVR. I remember talking about that. It's so funny.
Oh man,
Anyways.
you were so ahead of your time on the fucking social media type shit.
Oh shit.
So ahead of your time.
All right, so we didn't even talk about The Entity. That last song, that's an okay song.
It was okay.
It's kind of forgettable. Shaggy's on that song, it's interesting to have a feature of just Shaggy. You know?
Yeah.
That's kind of unique. This song is the shit. The production on this is dope. Look who produced this. Isham.
Dope.
This beat is dope as fuck,
Yeah,
dude. God damn, this beat is tight.
Because it's got an actual melodic bass line.
Mhm. It's like an upright bass. Like,
Then you got the keys.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, this beat is really fucking dope.
Let's see. Twiztid were complaining about ICP and the soup of villains to Lowe's and meet and greets, and were caught on audio talking shit. Oh, interesting. I would like to hear that.
I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that video. If they were so, this DJ Slug said, if they were so, I think he means offended, they should have never been a part of it. I agree. And then Twisted Psycho, yeah, somewhere on YouTube land. Interesting. I didn't know that. Were they mad because they were left out of supervillains? I mean, they were doing. I thought it was an agreement. They were doing superheroes. It was going to be Twiztid, Blaze, and ABK. That was the idea. And supervillains was ICP, Isham, and Lavelle.
Yeah, I don't remember.
That was my understanding of how it was supposed to go down.
Yeah.
They advertised superheroes in one of the albums.
No, I remember that, but I don't remember what the fuck the video was of them talking shit. Was it a video of Monoxide saying something? or Madrox saying something about it.
I mean, why would they bitch to? That's fucking hoe shit. Why would they bitch to juggalos about that?
Yeah, they did that.
Like, keep the kayfabe, bro.
They
What are
did
you
that-
doing?
They did that a few times.
That's kind of fucked up, don't you
and
think?
and it's funny, Juggalo secretly recorded them and then fucking like spread it.
I mean, that's like dissing your bosses to
Yeah.
people. You know, like that's some shitty conniving shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I mean, you got to keep when you're in that world. Why aren't you keeping the kayfabe? And, like,
I would. I definitely would.
I don't know.
And if you're not, and then if you do anything, just you can do shrugs and facial expressions. If you really want to say something, you know what I mean.
If they were
Just
like, what do you think about the supervillains? They should be like, I don't know, it's cool. Like,
yeah.
be vague. Like, don't be like, yeah, that shit is garbage. Or why do they do it? Whatever they're saying. That's kind of fucked up. I don't know. I don't remember. I remember them doing the Dark Lotus in store, and Jamie Madrox was an asshole to me. But I mean, if that's any indication of how they were on the in stores, I guess maybe they treated every in store like a shoot interview.
Yeah.
This song is cool though, man. I really like it. I like the beat.
Well, go back. Sorry, going back.
You're
to
good.
Going back
I'm
to
just
that, I
talking.
think one thing that Twiztid didn't have that ICP did was like dealing with record labels on a level that ICP did, and them knowing about kayfabe, and ICP actually having that quality to them to say, okay, let's try to keep kayfabe with everything as much as possible.
Okay.
We're dealing with.
You're saying Twiztid might not have had that like level of
Yeah,
professionalism.
I don't think they had that. They had that level of understanding of it because they weren't dealing with kayfabe. They weren't in locker rooms.
Oh,
bro.
there's Lavelle.
Yeah. Another thing with the kayfabe and the professionalism ICP is they were in the wrestling world, so they understood it from that viewpoint too. Keep the kayfabe with your fans.
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, I mean, ICP definitely had that element that probably Twiztid didn't possess.
Yeah.
They were young. I mean,
They
what are
should
what are they?
know.
What are they? Mid-20s by this point? Let's keep it real.
Something around there, yeah.
And I mean, I seen some of the blogs I wrote when I was that young. I was a fucking piece of shit, dumbass human. Literally, like I hate myself from back then. So, but that said, like I don't hate my rapping self. My rapping self back then was the shit. Like I like everything we did, like what we were doing, our message, our lyrics, our feelings. So it didn't. And here's my point: is that I can speak from a personal experience. My personal annoying self didn't come through in my music, and that's what
Yeah.
Twiztid's doing. Their personal annoying selves might not come through in their music, but they were still kind of annoying humans, possibly in general.
Yeah.
Could that be the case?
Possibly, yeah. And everybody is at a point.
Like your annoyances and your annoying quirks aren't necessarily going to come out in your art. Is the point? By the way, this song is the fucking shit.
Is dope.
Blaze fucking crushes it on the hook.
I'm going to.
By the way, I'm gonna rewind. I'm sorry.
I'm going to piss.
All right.
Hold it down.
Blaze's verse on this is dope. Here, I'm gonna rewind it. I like how Blaze raps on this song. It's pretty unique to what he normally does. Like, listen to how he And then it goes into a hoodoo song.
Oh
Sorry.
man. Like left like sawed off. Sawed off.
Oh yeah, he went by Sawed Off on the Riders album.
Yeah.
They used that song on Flamethrower. I don't remember that. What's Flamethrower?
Was
Oh,
that a
Talking about the ICP song?
was that a Lost song?
Yeah. I don't remember that.
I don't know.
What do you think about Man Smith?
I think
Final
it's-
thoughts.
I think it's a nice addition to the catalog. Or I think it's good. I like it. It's kind of like an in between. You know, it was a loose concept, you know, but then again, what does Twiztid do that does have like a high concept?
Yeah, that's a good point. I think the highest concept they probably did was Green Book, but even that album is like very scattered. It's a lot of just songs thrown on it. I don't think they really got into doing like concept type shit, really.
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, I was going to say Independence Day, but even that's a loose concept. I don't know, man. They just don't really, their albums are very loose usually.
Mm-hmm. I think that's why they were so loved and accepted back in those early days. Is because
They're just bringing the wicked shit. That was
bringing,
it.
They're bringing the wicked shit, but it wasn't. It was a contrast to the concepts ICP was bringing, and it was all fit into this Dark Carnival thing, to where you could go to Twiztid and you didn't have to worry about, you know, knowing any of that type of shit. You could just listen to them, you know.
Yep, you're right. That's a good point. They were just like the rappers,
Yeah.
you know. You could just go. You could go to a Twiztid album, just hear some dope rap.
It's
Whoa,
the
what are you
end of the
doing?
world.
What'd you hit?
Oh, my bad.
It is the end of the world.
You're gonna stop the recording. Hit something else. It's probably gonna end the show. Thanks y'all for watching. I don't know.
Is it gonna end it?
It might. Why'd you hit that?
We'll never die alone.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to stop it. Oh man.
It's probably gonna end the show. I don't know. I truly don't know.
What did
you just hit?
I hit the end show accidentally, obviously.
All right. Well,
And
it didn't
then,
stop streaming. So.
Good. Good. My bad, y'all.
What were you trying to hit there? I don't even.
He hands me this shit, and I never use it. And he says, "Here, you're the sound effects guy."
Yeah.
And I said, "Hey, you know,"
I said
I think I can handle it, but there. Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is. The arrow back is also the same button that the begin show is.
No, arrow back is on the bottom.
No, right here.
Let me see.
When
Oh, you're talking about on the sound effects?
Yeah.
okay.
When you go to sound effects, arrow back
see.
is also.
I see.
So
It's all right.
I thought I was going back, and then the end show button was there, and I hit that. So
Didn't mean to do you dirty like that. Sorry.
We all live, y'all.
We're doing it.
it live.
That as far as that album goes, man, I think it's dope. This album is I don't have a whole lot of memories with it. Like I said, Mutant was my fucking shit.
See, Mutant. I was less into Mutant,
Really?
so that'll be interesting.
You're a
when that-
bitch.
When that one. Oh man. I am.
All right, man. Well, we can wrap it up anyways. Well, all right. So, thanks for everyone checking it out, checking out the show and listening and watching. That was Man's Myth. We're gonna do Mutant next week, right?
Yeah.
Might as well. We gotta do the
I mean,
duo.
we Might as well.
But then the next one will be October, so we can start getting into some Halloweeny shit.
Yes, weenie.
Halloween.
You said weenie. Yeah, Mutant will be. It's going to be different for me because I don't remember much of that.
Okay, it'll be fun. Yeah. If you guys go on deck1delt.com/shop and purchase some great Mojojo shirts and shit, maybe we'll have enough money to go to the gathering. You'd have to buy about 40 shirts.
The Gathering.
I mean, excuse me. Hollow Wicked.
Hollow
It
Wicked.
would take about 500 shirts.
Would
to
you
get
be able
together.
to get Hollow Wicked off by this time? By now?
Yeah,
still?
man. I just tell my work I won't be there, and then it's fine.
Okay.
So, nevertheless, thanks y'all for watching, listening, checking us out. We will see you next time. But that's it, man. You got anything else? Let's shuffle the fuck up on out of here.
Well, hold on now. Hold on now. All right, y'all. Let's shuffle on. You said.
Yeah, well, let's shuffle the fuck up on out of here.
and slide this one back in the deck.
See you next time. Peace. Thanks, y'all.
Just wanna see us all together after forever.
You did it. There it goes. Once it gets to the end of that end show, it'll click stop streaming. That's why I was doing that. But if you click it again, it'll stop it. Okay. So the music might not stop.
So if I click in show twice.
Yeah. Just so you know.
Yeah. See, I don't know.
all
But yeah, that's what it is. I'm thinking I'm hitting the back button because because you go to sound effects and the back button is on the top left, and I thought I was going back, and that's where begin show is.
I need to move that.
I wish there was something you could cancel it.
Yeah, if you hit the button again, it's supposed to cancel it.
That's what I thought I did, but then
It might have just kept playing the music, because that one's a multi-action button, which you can set up on there where like you hit it and it does like 4 things in a row or however many things. That's all it is. Oh, they hear us. Okay.